Are you still undecided about starting to run? If so, you are missing a big time on a gold mine of benefits that go beyond the obvious. While most people know about the weight loss, the improved cardiovascular fitness, the lowering blood pressure, prevention of diabetes, reduced risk of stroke and heart attacks, in fact, general overall increased longevity that is associated with running, there is a lesser known effect that is even more mind-blowing: the effect of running on the brain. Hello people, my name is Dr. Cyprian Umeugokwe, a Nigerian medical graduate, a consultant radiologist, and an avid runner. You are welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to delve into how running affects the brain specifically, drawing from recent scholarly research that reveals just how beneficial this simple activity can be. Scientific evidence have shown that the effects of running goes way beyond the post-run feel-good, commonly called runner's high. The more I delved into it, read countless experiments I reviewed, the more I was awed. And it also began to explain some of my own personal experiences too. Now, one way to approach this is in terms of timing of these effects of running to the brain. You can start with the immediate effects, the ones that you see immediately you go on a run from minutes to hours. You can then the short-term effects from hours to days, and then the long-term effects from weeks, months to years. I think that's a good way to talk about the effects of this on the brain. Kind of gives us a holistic approach and keeps us in focus. So let's get through it that way. So let's start with the immediate effects. Now, the immediate effects of running on the brain has to do with mood, focus, creativity, and clarity. When you go for a run, almost immediately your mood improves. You begin to feel inexplicably happy, thanks to two key chemicals that are released during runs: the endorphins and endocannabinoids. Now, endorphins are like natural opioids. They provide a sense of euphoria and pain relief. The endocannabinoids bind to the same receptors that cannabis also binds in the brain, promoting relaxation and a peaceful, happy mood. This combination creates what is often called the runner's high, a healthy, natural high that leaves you feeling calm and content. Moreover, running can also have a meditative effect. Many runners report feeling a state of flow when you are deeply immersed in the activity, often leading to sudden bursts of creativity, clarity, and problem solving. It has happened to me severally. Things that I've been mulling over suddenly becomes very clear and streamlined when I was on the road doing one of my early morning runs. And research also supports this, showing that aerobic activity can enhance creative thinking and cognitive flexibility, ability to switch between tasks seamlessly. Aerobic exercise, where running is key, is also beneficial in some cases of mild depression. So the second stage that we want to talk about are the short-term effects of running on the brain. In the hours to days following a run, your brain benefits from enhanced attention, focus, and improvement in executive function. You know that when you are running, there's increased blood flow to the brain. One way to think about it is that the brain is part of the body. And in as much as running is a physical activity, it's also a mental activity. With increased activity in the brain also leads to increased blood flow, especially to the frontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and creative thinking. Several studies have corroborated this. One of such is a study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine that found that aerobic exercise significantly improves cognitive functions, including attention and executive functions. Of course, when we talk about executive functions, we are talking about decision-making, creativity. Some studies have actually used imaging findings to also corroborate this. They did functional MRI. They put a set of sedentary people, similar age, similar everything, and a set of runners. They found increased activity in several parts of the frontal cortex in the brain of the runners compared to the more sedentary people. And now, to the most important one, the long-term effects of running. Over weeks, months, and even years, the benefits of running on the brain become even more pronounced. This is also dose-dependent in that the more you run, the greater the benefits. There are both structural and functional changes. This is a three-pronged effect: formation of new brain cells, increased vascularization of the brain, and removal of toxins. Let's take them one by one. One key player here is a hormone called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. When you are running, there are some proteins, like kind of hormones, that are released from the muscles called myokines. They stimulate increased production of this BDNF. What does this BDNF do? Unlike what was previously thought, that brain cells are complete at birth. Recent research, of course, has shown that new neurons can also be formed even in adulthood. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor supports the survival of the existing neurons and stimulates the formation and growth of new neurons and synapses. Synapses are the junctions between neurons. Just like if you have a ton of wires in a circuit, they all have to join somewhere so that they can pass information. The more the interconnectivity, the better the learning, the memory. Imagine the effect in like several years down the line. You may not be the smartest person in the room, but if you were a 4, you can become a 5. If you were an 8, you could become a 9. Additionally, running also increases the production of another hormone called vascular endothelial growth factor. The lactic acid that is produced in the muscles during aerobic physical activity stimulates the production of this, which in turn stimulates the formation of new blood vessels. And this also occurs in the brain. So what you now have is better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the brain cells for optimal function. In fact, evidence suggests that reduced blood flow contributes to some degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. So it makes sense to think that making new blood vessels can delay this or even prevent it as you get older, of course. And the third prong is removal of dangerous substances. Habitual aerobic activity is associated with a reduced accumulation of amyloid plaques in the brain. And these amyloid plaques are associated with Alzheimer's disease, which is also a degenerative disease. A study published in the Journal of American Medical Association demonstrates that individuals who are more physically active have lower brain amyloid levels compared to sedentary people, suggesting the protective effect of aerobic activity to the brain. So you see the three-pronged effect. It increases the number of brain cells, replenishing old and dying ones. It improves blood flow to the brain, improving delivery of oxygen and nutrients for optimal function, and also removing toxins, things that can also damage the brain. To clarify something here, other aerobic activities can also give some of these benefits that we just talked about here. But we know that running is the easiest form of aerobic activity that anybody can pick up. You don't need any equipment. All you need is just a pair of shoes. You don't need any membership. You don't need to travel anywhere. You just step out of your house, you hit the road. I believe that's why it's also been the one that has been most studied among all the aerobic activities. So if you are still on the fence whether you should start running, consider the incredible benefits it offers to your brain, especially as you get older. From immediate boost to long-term protection against cognitive decline, running is a simple yet powerful way to enhance your mental well-being. So guys, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you, if you are still sitting on the fence, to grab a pair of shoes and join the running trend. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching this, and let me see you in the next video.